Hey family,
Hi guys.
it's Tuesday, and if you've been following us long enough, you know what Tuesday means.
That's right.
It's time for another short tip. Now, today's short tip is simply this: respect the hierarchy.
Oh,
What do I mean by that? If you think about a way a business is made up, there's certain individuals that make up this business. There's all different levels from the CEO all the way down.
yeah.
Those individuals are important or have a certain level of importance based on their rank or where they are in the business.
Right.
Now, where am I going with that? In your marriage, your spouse needs to be number one in the hierarchy. They should come before your friends. They should come before your in-laws. They should come before your parents even.
Yeah.
It is very important that your spouse knows that they are number one in your life.
That's right.
Now, here's one that kind of rubs people the wrong way sometimes, and it definitely sparks some good conversation.
Yeah.
Your spouse even comes before your children.
Whoa.
You agree with that?
I do. I do agree with that.
Talk about that.
So if you put your children first, you do so at the expense of your spouse, and that's not a great thing to do. You have to make sure that you're putting your spouse first and that they know it. Because if you don't, then you're going to start to see possibly some resentment in your spouse. You may have to deal with your spouse feeling lonely, and God forbid, you may even have to deal with infidelity because your spouse may not feel like their needs are being met. So you got to remember to put your spouse first, even before your children. That's a tough one. And we know it. With little kids, we know that it's very difficult to continue to put your spouse first. And there are needs that children have when they're smaller that you have to meet. And we understand that. And we're not saying neglect those the attention that your children need. You have to give them what they need, especially when they're smaller. But what should happen in cases like that is you have to schedule time with your spouse. When the kids have gone to bed, make sure you let your spouse know, okay, when the kids are gone to bed, let's schedule some time for maybe 8 o'clock. Let's sit down and have some one-on-one time. Let's reconnect. Let's talk about the day. Let your spouse see that you're scheduling that time. It lets them know that you're committed still and that you're still putting them first and that they realize that you're doing that and that you're putting them first. They see that you care.
Yeah, that's good. That is so important.
Yeah.
Because the goal is, like we say in every video almost, the goal is for us to become one.
Right.
It's very difficult to become one with somebody that you ignore or somebody that you put lower than other individuals in the hierarchy.
Yeah.
So it's very important that you're doing that. Now, for people who are out there watching us that are people of faith like we are, our hierarchy goes something like this: God, our spouse, our children, everybody else.
Yeah.
Now, you have to determine the hierarchy in your family. And what we're suggesting to you is that make sure that when you determine that hierarchy, that you put your spouse first. The only other person that should be above your spouse is God.
Right.
That's all we have for you today. God bless.
God bless.